Welcome to Dateline Lagos. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. On today's edition, COVID-19 awareness continues in some parts of the state. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu swears in 18 new permanent secretaries, and the state government destroys illegal structures on Banana Island. Let's get started with the COVID-19 pandemic. The number of confirmed cases keeps increasing by the day, and that is why the Lagos state government is appealing to residents to stay safe. But how well are the people obeying the protocols? Take a look.
It's almost a year since the first case of coronavirus was confirmed in Lagos, Nigeria. Until now, the numbers have continued to rise. In Lagos State, over 50,000 cases have been recorded, out of which over 30,000 have recovered, and close to 320 fatalities recorded. Despite the growing numbers, some residents in Lagos still seem unperturbed about the situation, even after President Muhammadu Buhari signed the Coronavirus Health Protection Regulations 2021 to stem the spread of the virus. This is the center of commercial activities for wholesale and retail products, popularly called Lagos Island. People come from far and wide to buy their goods with no major enforcement of the COVID-19 protocols. Majority throw caution to the winds. Those who are mindful of the fact that COVID-19 is real say they expect better governance methods rather than mere punishment of those who flout the laws.
The right thing to be done is for government to make sure that there are modalities on ground for people to go about their daily businesses, and then these face masks, the Ministry of Information and then the NDCD should try as much as possible to harp on the importance of wearing face masks. There should not be nothing more than that, because putting on laws and prescribing punishment will just be as just like using force on the people.
I am aware that the presidency have issued a notice to Nigerians to be careful, that everybody should protect himself and protect his own brothers and sisters, and comply with the COVID-19 law, so that the country can be safe of this menace. But at the same, the Nigerians are no more taking our government serious.
The advantage here is maybe because of the heat. It's not that very ferocious, but it's dangerous, it's real. So I will advise people to abide by keeping themselves safe. The coronavirus is very, very lethal. It is not something we can toy with.
Even in the highbrow area of Lekki, not everyone is seen complying with the protocols. At this community market in Lekki Phase 1, the majority of those buying and selling are not wearing masks. And to the mainland, the level of compliance is different at the Ojota market, where men and women are wearing their face masks. One of the market women believes the government is on the right track in managing the virus.
We have been educating ourselves to wear face masks. What the government is doing is for our own safety. The jail term order is for everyone to know how serious the issue is.
But commuters on the bus rapid transit system appear not to be bothered. Next is the Agege area of Lagos, busy with economic activities. A larger population of people are going about their business, most without a thought for the virus, as the protocols are not observed.
Even in the bus, many of them are not with nose mask. You know, it's really bad. COVID is real. COVID is real. It's 100% real. And this particular COVID, I call it part 2 of COVID, is a deadly one. Because they say this one kill without even giving you too much time for you to think that this is the symptom, this is the symptom. No. Unlike the other phase one, that is okay, you are feeling headache, they take you to the hospital, they treat you maybe for some weeks, for some more. This one was to get you 2, 3, 4 days, you are gone.
There is a say prevention is better than cure. Instead of spreading the virus, why not? It's very easy to wear mask. Why not wear it? But I think that 6 months jail is much if they can reduce it, just to teach other people sense.
About 3 days ago, I saw somebody in hospital, private hospital, rush the man to the Jabodi for Shagamu for treatments. Please, I want everybody to know that COVID is real. You should have right to use it. But if you don't use it, federal government have right to arrest anybody that doesn't use it, because they are protecting us. They are not protecting themselves, but they are protecting us. But please, I want everybody to use it.
In the Ikeja area, while some make a conscious effort of protecting themselves from the deadly virus, some are either not using their face masks, and those that even make an effort to do so place it firmly under their chins, a further exposure to the risks. At the railway line, it's a mixed bag of safety protocols in the area. Even passengers boarding the bus rapid transit system are not complying with the rules. Some commuters feel the 2021 health protection regulation is coming at a good time, but want to see more enforcement in place.
It's a welcome idea, because so far we still realize globally that this pandemic is still trending. So we have to protect ourselves, and as the president has said, we should protect ourselves. It's not for himself alone, it's for us generally. So it's a welcome idea by me.
It is a good thing to let us know that we have to be safety conscious, to allow us know that our safety is very important.
And anybody who feel that, some believe that, say no, it's a lie, it's not a lie, it's a foreign Oyibo, it's a big man, that is big man sickness. No, it's for both poor men, drivers, everybody can contact it.
We obey to the rules and regulation of what the president ordered us to do in order to prevent this COVID-19 issue.
It's a good initiative, it's a welcome idea, because most of Nigerian citizens don't keep to the rules and regulations. They don't follow the safety procedures and safety protocols. I believe with the signing of this bill, most of Nigerians will wear their face masks to prevent that people from contacting this same virus.
At the Lagos State Secretariat, Alausa Ikeja, there appears to be a better level of compliance from people moving in and out of the vicinity. Reactions are, however, mixed on the COVID-19 bill.
The bill is very good because it's going to help in reducing the infection rates of the disease. Because if you are down with the ailment, it's a game of chance. You may not survive it. So why do you want to take risk? It is very good if they can take to medical advices from the professionals.
Our president has said that all people should be using face masks. It's because of our own purpose.
At the Berger area, it's the normal hustle and bustle. COVID-19 enforcement marshals are nowhere to be found. But residents who had earlier doubts about the virus now believe it's real.
I appreciate them for coming out with that bill, and I would love it to come alive so that we can be more healthier in this country than ever before. It's a number thing for us to have. But when you look at the rate of deaths increasing worldwide, definitely COVID-19 is not friendly to the society.
Before I did not believe that thing exists, but maybe last week, one of my friends was telling me that his brother has the COVID-19, so they'll be treating him for so long, so it's not yet okay. So that is when I now take that in serious.
The government has continuously reiterated that the health situation at hand requires personal responsibility of all to stop the spread.
18 public servants have been selected to take the role of permanent secretaries, and Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has charged them to showcase knowledge and competence in their various fields and deliver good governance to the people.
The Lagos State House Banquet Hall, Alausa, is filled with excited civil servants recently selected to take up the roles of permanent secretaries, while members of the Joint Revenue Committee on Tax Administration are here to be formally inaugurated. It was a rigorous screening process that pruned over 400 administrators down to 18 for the position of permanent secretaries. These are the lucky ones who get to exchange pleasantries with the governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, as he steps into the hall. But first, the Joint Revenue Committee on Tax is enlightened on the importance of its role as the head of service reels out the responsibilities of selected committee members.
On the committee's assignment and scope of duties. Suffice to note, the committee is expected to harmonize and improve revenue administration in Lagos State in a comprehensive manner. And in this regard, all relevant agencies of government, including the local governments, local government council development areas, as well as parastatal organizations and government-owned companies will be duly put on notice to ensure seamless operations and synergy. I therefore wish to urge the members to focus on the assignment ahead, knowing that all support will be made available. Dr. Adekunle writes,
Afterwards, the 18 permanent secretaries were called out to take their oath of office. Then one after the other, they received their letter of appointment from the governor.
I wish to use this opportunity once again to express my profound appreciation to Mr. Governor for his sterling leadership of our dear state at this time, especially considering the myriad of challenges that the state and our nation and the whole world is currently going through. It is an opportunity also for me, Mr. Governor, to thank members of the Exco Committee and the Technical Subcommittee, as well as other members of the Screening Committee that you set up, to thank them for a job that has been completed by this swearing-in ceremony.
Governor Sanwo-Olu believes the position of a permanent secretary is one that cannot be taken for granted, which brings a competitive edge to the selection process based on merit.
I want to congratulate the 18 newly sworn-in permanent secretaries, 10 female, very typical of us in Lagos State, and 8 men. I want to commend you for the contribution you have made to the progress of Lagos State, especially the delivery of an excellent public service. Your roles here today as permanent secretary is crucial to the success of this administration. You are all diverse in the administration's team's agenda, of which the ministry, the department, and agencies which you have been appointed to is purely a merit-based exercise. I'm sure you all know that this exercise started with over 400 of you who freely applied and said, I would want to be a permanent secretary. Because indeed, the service only guarantees you up to level 17. That's where the public service guarantees you to. But for us, we said that we want the best of the best. At 17, you have actually done very well. But we said, amongst that whole lot, let us recreate a public service that can set the tone for the next decade. And I want to congratulate you once again for being considered worthy of this enviable appointment in Nigeria's leading public service, Lagos State. I have no doubt that you will justify your appointment by collaborating with this administration to deliver outstanding service to all Lagosians. The people of Lagos deserve the best, and I demand the best from you. You must always remember that it is not a ceremonial role. To whom much is given, they say much is expected. As a permanent secretary and the accounting officer of your MDA, you have the responsibility to optimally manage human and material resources in your care.
One of the appointees speaks on behalf of his colleagues.
Thank you very much, sir, for the confidence you have reposed in us. Even though the process of appointing these erudite people and distinguished people was quite rigorous. And I think this gives credence to your vision of what Lagos State is supposed to be. A state which I like to call the state in the country, and into a civil service that I would like to call the civil service in Nigeria. Mr. Governor, sir, you have chosen from amongst the best. And I can confirm to you in my interaction, and I'm sure in your short interactions with us, that these firebrand you have chosen are ready to go. They are ready to hit the ground running. And I must also confirm to you that these people you have chosen, this august group of 18 permanent secretaries, will not let you down.
The new permanent secretaries include Musafa Akimumi, Ministry of Primary Health Board, Ayola Oyeyemi, Ministry of Finance, George Oluwakemi, Social Development Goals, Hundugan Temitope, Audit Service Commission, Koshegbe Abiola, Ministry of Physical Planning, Onoyele Abiodun, Ministry of Establishment and Training, Adedoyin Ajayi Adenike, Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Songowawa Ajoshe, Surveyor General, amongst others.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dear Lagosians, the second wave of the deadly coronavirus pandemic is here. Its new strain is easily transmitted and deadlier. Coronavirus symptoms are fever, dry cough, tiredness, difficulty in breathing. We can all prevent the spread of this virus through appropriate and regular use of face masks, avoiding close contact with people who are at high risk, washing our hands regularly with soap and running water, especially after visiting the toilet, before eating and after coughing or sneezing, using alcohol-based hand sanitizer, maintaining at least 1.5 meters or 5 feet distance from anyone coughing or sneezing, covering our mouths with tissue while coughing or sneezing, and brushing the tissue. If you feel unwell and show symptoms of coronavirus, or you notice anyone who does, please call the Lagos State Emergency Hotlines 08000 ECOMED or 0803 33 56 5529. Many are dead. Don't fall victim or die in ignorance. Report now. Together, we will overcome this challenge. Igbega Ipinle Eko, Ajumoshini, Lagos State Government. Announcer.
Safety of lives and property is the #1 priority of the government. For this reason, the building regulatory agencies under the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development, as well as the Ministry of Waterfront, among others, visited the Banana Island to demolish some structures for not complying with the state building laws.
Building a structure in Lagos State does not come easy because of the rigorous process it entails in getting approval for construction. Here on Banana Island, some property owners have scaled through such procedures and have their building completed to their taste, but some have failed in this regard. For this reason, the State Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development, Waterfront Building Control Agency and the task force team are here to deal with those who have flouted the laws. Close 306 was visited a few months ago. At that time, the owner was asked to stop work, but did not. Now the law is taking charge, bringing down 3 two-story buildings for failing integrity tests and constructing close to high-tension wires. Unfortunately, the owner, who is on the site, looks on, worried and short of words. The Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development says government agencies will continue to go around the state to ensure that building laws and regulations are complied with.
The regional highway is supposed to pass through this place, and there is gradual encroachment on that regional highway. And in terms of climate change, gradual reduction in the capacity of the lagoon to flow freely is also a problem that Lagos will be made to bear in years to come. If there is a heavy downpour today, people in Parkview at the other side of the of the lagoon, Parkview is always flooded because some people wanted to take lands beyond what they were originally allocated. So the Lagos State government felt we need to do something. And Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu gave instructions to recover those areas that were reclaimed without due recourse to necessary laws in the states. It's part of our monitoring and enforcement activities. We do come often to these places and we mark them. When we notice they are not building right, we advise them to build right. Even when you have approval, you are supposed to meet the right to the Lagos State Building Control Agency and get authorization to construct. And at every stage of your construction activities, they are supposed to supervise your construction work. Even one of the structures here we put down today is not fit for habitation. It's not properly done. So they are not even doing the state certification as stated in the laws of the states.
Dredging activities are also observed here. Structures at 101 Close is sealed and marked for non-compliance to construction rules. At 102 Close, a section of the lagoon has been reclaimed with just the provision of a narrow drainage for water to flow, encroaching the state shoreline. This action has exposed those residing on the other side of the water to danger, especially when the water flow increases. And the Commissioner for Waterfront and Infrastructure Development talks tough on violations.
Enough is enough. We cannot continue to fold our arms and watch the degradation of the environment and continued blockage of the water channels on the waterfront. So we are opening it up and we'll bring all the perpetrators of this act to book in line with the provisions of the law. The Banana Island has its own original boundaries, okay? Those original boundaries are recognized and approved. But any development or reclamation beyond those original boundaries are not allowed and will not be allowed henceforth. The authorities of the Banana Island Residents Association are fully aware of it. The owners of the estate are aware of it. The Lagos State government is aware of it. We all know where it is.
The enforcement team had no option than to bring down the perimeter fence. Still on Banana Island, a demolition exercise was also carried out. This exercise is expected to serve as a warning for many others to follow due process before any construction takes place at any site in Lagos State.
This man
Lagosians, we are recording more cases of the deadly COVID-19 pandemic every day. The second wave is spreading like wildfire in our communities. It is deadlier, spreads faster, and kills faster. Our isolation centers are getting filled up, and more patients are on oxygen. More people are dying, and the young ones are not left out. You don't need to die in ignorance or arrogance and foolishness. Observe all the precautions. Wash your hands regularly with soap and water. If you don't have access to water and soap, please use an alcohol-based sanitizer. Use your face mask properly and regularly. If you have to go out or be in public, avoid large crowds. Observe social distance always. Do not hug. If it's not important, stay at home. Most common symptoms include fever, dry cough or tiredness, aches and pains, sore throat, loss of taste or smell. Serious symptoms include shortness of breath, chest pain or loss of speech. Should you have any of these symptoms or know someone who does, please call the 24/7 Eco Telemed toll-free line on 0800 035 6633. We must take responsibility for our health and lives. We must fight coronavirus by being responsible. Please observe all precautions. The second wave of coronavirus is killing faster than you can imagine. Stay safe. Be responsible. Don't waste your life. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, Àjùmọ̀ṣe, Lagos State Government announcer.
And this is where we call it a day on the program Dateline Lagos. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Till next time, stay safe.